TIFU card collection ending update, by user OKWatch8193. https://reddit.com/r/tifu_comments/wrmbvx/tifu_underscore update_who_burnt_8,000/. For those wanting past posts, just look up X-Friend who burnt $8,000 worth of Pokemon cards Reddit. For those patiently waiting for an update, here I am. Starting off, maybe 2 weeks after my last post I was assaulted. I was in the hospital for a few days, but all in all it was minor fracture on my rib and a broken finger. This was done by Cole and a friend of his. Cole was arrested and I was just terrified of all of the attention I was getting from the people in my life. News articles and YouTube videos. It didn't take long for it to swirl around my school. I deleted most the posts, but you can find them still. I never wanted this to blow up as much as I did because the attention that it got wasn't really worth it. For everyone who messaged me asking for an update, I gave it to them, telling them Cole was arrested and that he's being charged with assault. I thank everyone who messaged me and helped me and wanted updates, etc. For the justice everyone's been waiting for, the courtroom wasn't all that. It wasn't like the movies where there was an aha gotcha moment. Cole painted me as an obsessed monster, that he did me a favor as his true friend. Because Cole was a first-time offender for the assault, he got a year probation and a fine. In the small claims court he was ordered to pay $6,000 back because it was all I could technically prove he destroyed. The police actually pulled the video from his laptop, and in the video you could see heaps of cards being burnt. But because they couldn't be properly identified, there wasn't much that could be done. I'm not angry anymore. At first I was destroyed, but after everything that's happened in all the media, I knew there was people out there who cared. I know you're reading this, the internet knows you as Cole. I've done my best not to dox you, and I've done a pretty good job. You took something you knew I loved and destroyed it, when in reality the only thing you destroyed was our friendship. I forgive you for what you did. I won't ever forget what you did. But go ahead, create a video on your YouTube explaining your side of events. I bet it would go viral. Is that what you want? To go viral? Make a video, send me the link and I'll post it here for everyone to see. Let the people make their own decision on who the real monster is. I mean, there is two sides to every story, right? Anyway, good luck, and I hope both sides of your pillows are always warm. I started recollecting Pokemon cards. I mean, it's in no way as impressive as it was, but I'm rebuilding it. I'm also making a lot of new friends, applying to colleges, moving on. I know this isn't the pro-justice, pro-revenge ending everyone wanted. But it's the ending I was given. Thank you all for staying with me. For the 10 million people who read my original post, thanks for listening. TLDR, Cole gets a year probation and a fine while I move on with my life. TIFU by not disclosing my sex addiction, by user Kiwi218. So I, F24, have been going out with this guy Mike, M27, for about a month. We haven't done anything besides making out and handjobs. This is where the tension lies. I wanted to wait a little bit before I had sex with him. You didn't understand why. I told him I just wanted to wait for a little bit longer. I am ashamed of my addiction. I am seeking therapy for it and I'm working on my trauma. I don't know if I'm ready to go full-blown with him yet. And at this point I don't know if it's healthy for me even to be engaging in any sexual activity. Well, he's somehow found out. He told me that I should have just told him. He said that since I have this addiction I should be fine with sleeping with him. I don't want to fall back into old habits and if I am ready to go full sex with him yet. I am willing to do other stuff with him, just not penetrative sex. But he's still pressing me about the sex matter. I don't think I'm ready now. I don't think I'll be ready for a while. Our relationship is kind of strained right now. I really like him, I just don't know what to do. After a flood of comments, I will be inviting him over and talking to him about all of this. I will keep you guys posted. This is the next day. So let me just explain what happened. He came over and it did not go well. I voiced my concerns and he just trampled over every single grievance I had. He called me some very nasty names. Which is not new to me, and during the middle of the fight he had to go to the bathroom. He was in there for about 30 minutes. I think we're probably taking a shit, but I don't know. When he came out he was crying, saying that he doesn't want this to be the end of us. He just doesn't understand how I don't want to be intimate with him. He said since I've had so many partners in the past it's not going to be a problem. I once again explained my addiction to how it materializes in real life. He said since it's a relationship it's not going to happen like that. If people want me to make a different post about how I struggle with my addiction and explain how it is and was for me, I will. He was basically bawling, saying that he doesn't want this to be the end. I said I cannot have a relationship and also have sex right now. I said just give me some time. He says he doesn't have time and if I'm not going to give him sex he should just leave. Then I told him to leave. He ended up getting very angry and called me a slut. And I told him I'm not the one that's begging for sex. Then he left. So yeah, and this is my story. I saw a comment that made a really good point that I did not mention in my original post. To clarify, when he found out, I did explain what it looks like to be a sex addict and how I was like. Multiple times I asked him if he understood what I was saying. He said he did. I even explained what it was like for my past partners. I couldn't go an hour without sex at one point. He said he understood every single time I asked. I don't blame anyone that left a comment saying that he was misinformed. Because you don't have the information that he was informed. TLDR, I broke up with my boyfriend because he didn't understand my sex addiction. TIFU, by letting my cousin's infant son play Scrabble and ruin my cat, by user Emperorug. My cousin has a 2.5-year-old son and they sometimes come to visit me. His son liked to play around with my Scrabble set and fortunately isn't dumb enough to put them in his mouth. A few weeks ago, when he came with his parents, he immediately went for my Scrabble set and wanted to show me some of the new words his mom had taught him. Simple words such as ant, bat, cat, and dog, etc. I've had my cat, Missy, for 5 years and he has seen my cat in his multiple visits. On this visit, I asked him to spell my cat's name and he misspent the name as Micey. When I showed him that he missed a second S, he huffed at me. Later, as he was still playing alone, I saw that he had arranged the word Ninu on the board and was giggling to himself while looking at my cat. His dad asked him why he was laughing and he said that the cat's new name is Ninu. My cat rarely ever responds to her name, Missy, but the moment she started getting called this, she started looking at whoever said the name and doing a MRRRP sound. All these years I've been trying to get my cat to learn her name and she has decided that this is her new name. TLDR, infant cousin was playing Scrabble and arranged a few letter blocks to form a new name for my cat, a name that my cat always responds to. Update: forgot to pay cat tax. Also, by cousin's son had his mom sitting next to him pointing out the letters. TIFU, by going into the wrong locker at my local gym, by user responsible scar 7295. I normally go to a gym in Columbus, and I have a very set schedule and know the layout well. I go super early in the morning and it's usually empty and normally a good experience overall. I recently traveled to MD and since my gym is a chain gym, I was able to use my membership at a local gym there. I went into the MD gym, nice enough place, went to the first locker room on my right, which is usually the male locker room. I chose a random locker, put my stuff away and proceeded to work out. Completed my workout, nothing out of the ordinary. I went back to my locker to undress and shower and once again the locker room was empty. However, when I was completely undressed about to wrap myself in a towel, a woman walked in and we both kind of screamed. She kinda ran out and I never saw her again. I got dressed really quick, no shower, and went outside to double check the male locker room sign. At this moment I realized I messed up when I saw the women's locker room sign. I felt so bad and like such a creep. I walked over and found a female attendant and explained the situation. She laughed and went and got my stuff. I just went home and showered. I flashed that poor unsuspecting woman. Doctor, I accidentally used the wrong locker room. TIFU, by lying about my weight to my dentist, by user GoCheese240. This happened 2 months ago, not today. I put off getting my wisdom teeth pulled until my mid-20s, needed dental insurance. I'd gained weight, was not proud and was working it off. Naturally, I said I was 180 pounds instead of 225 pounds. I had impacted teeth and needed full sedation. They pushed for propofol and fentanyl and said I'd wake up feeling loopy. I didn't though. I stayed awake, white knuckle gripping the chair, moaning in pain. The oral surgeon kept saying stop moving your tongue as he held my head still. I was awake enough to realize that there's a lot of joking around and laughing among staff during procedures. I unfortunately was not having a good time. When the procedure was done, they wiped the blood off my face and left me in the room to wake up. I immediately stood up. The tech said, "Whoa, take it easy, you've been out for 30 minutes. I replied, damn, it only felt like 20 with cheeks stuffed with cotton. TLDR, I was self-conscious about my weight gain and I was severely punished for lying about it.